What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Marketing Monday. So just kind of building on last week where I took you guys as, the CMO of a brokerage, where my head goes when we are building our Facebook and Instagram ads, the mentality, the strategy, everything that goes behind it. So if you didn't watch that, shame on you. You should go back and watch it. But today I sat down with a group of agents in our South Tampa office, and we just had kind of a brief Q&A just to understand what are their questions, what's going on in their world, what are they struggling with, and kind of answering those questions for them. And there's kind of a group of common questions that I always get. And the very first question was, hey, I tried building a Facebook ad and I struggle when I get to a certain point. And so obviously that's exactly why I did the video last week, as well as some of the screen shares we've done. So I was able to direct them back to that. But the punchline is, I think you guys are overthinking it. There's plenty, whether it's our tutorials, whether it's somebody else out there, use YouTube, use Google. Those are your friends, and there's a ton of great content out there when it comes to actually executing on something. So use those to your advantage to help guide you. But don't overthink it either. And our Instagram post the other day was don't debate, do. And that's what really came out of today's meeting. In fact, one of the other agents said, hey, you guys, you always preach that we should just do it and stop overthinking it. And that's 100% true. If you are sitting there debating on whether you should be running Facebook and Instagram ads, just do it. Just run them. If they don't work, okay, learn from that and move on. You don't have to spend a ton of money. I'm not saying go run, and spend $100, $1,000 a day. Don't do it. Go run and spend $5 a day, $10 a day. Run them for a few days. There's nothing that you are going to learn faster and quicker than actually doing it. And so that was a big theme in today's questions that I was getting back. And then, one of the other big ones, which I get this one quite often, is how do I feel about outsourcing their posting and their ads? And I've touched on this before, but I think it's important because it came up again and again this morning. Is I don't hate it, right? Because if you are not going to learn it or do it yourself, it is better than the alternative. If you are not going to post or run ads yourself, then yes, outsource it to somebody else. With that said, I think it is in your best interest to actually learn enough about what kind of content you should be posting or how to run ads. Know enough about it so that when you outsource it, you actually know whether they're doing a good job or not for you. And that is the very least. Now, with that said, there's a couple things to really understand before you outsource your content or outsource your ads. And that is, there is a reason there are not a lot of really good agencies that play in the small business, which is what you are as an individual agent. There are not a lot of agencies that play in that space. And the reason being is it's difficult for them to have the margin and dollars needed. Right? If they're doing it correctly, there's a lot of manual labor involved in setting things up and creating the content and posting it, or creating the ad and getting the ad running. There's a lot of manual labor in that, which means it's cost. And so they struggle to be able to charge you enough to make money, but at the same time make it affordable to you. So the ones that are doing it, it's important to really vet them, understand how effective they are, and most importantly, understanding what you want. What is the result you want? Are you looking for leads? Are you looking for transactions? Are you looking to build a brand? Are you looking just for general awareness? Like, what is it? And I think that is the biggest mistake I see being made, whether it's you running ads yourself or posting content or having somebody else do it for you. What are you trying to get out of it? Because you're going to tell yourself you want leads, but do you? Because there's a lot of people that can get you leads. There's a lot of places to get leads. That doesn't mean that that's going to directly lead to transactions. And then on top of that, do you really want transactions, or do you want a pipeline of business where you're building a brand and people are knowing you and coming to you? So it's really, really, really important to take the time before you do anything and understand, what do I want to have happen? Then start creating ads and content that is going to create a framework for that to actually happen. That was really the big things that came out of today's morning meeting. They were really happy at the end of it. They got a lot out of it. So hopefully you got something out of those answers that I gave them, and hopefully that brings you value, because more than likely you had the same questions. So if I didn't answer a question that you have, though, please feel free to comment it, message it to us, whatever you want to do to get it to us. We're happy to answer it. And as always, thank you guys for watching. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button for us. We really appreciate it. See you guys next week.
Oh yeah, 80 and I'm 40 on my nerve, bitch, I'm flat in your ex, man. We ain't gotta go